Paul Bistiaux, known in Manchester as Mr. Royal Antwerp, former club secretary, the brains behind the long-standing relationship between United and Royal Antwerp. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Now, there's an obvious reason to be chatting with you because so many players went from United to Antwerp. It wasn't generally the case that players came from Antwerp to United, but we are signing one today. Senne Lammens. Can you give us some good news about him?
I think I can. Well, it's with every player transfer, it can go both ways, and it's difficult to make predictions, and you never know. And there's always something that can go wrong. But on the whole, in general, I dare say that Senne Lammens is absolutely a fantastic goalkeeper who, in my opinion, will do well for United. I'm really convinced that they have now, that he's going to be the man.
Awesome. He's not been in Antwerp for that long. It's just under 2 years, I think.
No,
So
no,
were you surprised at all to hear that United were after him?
it's a bit a strange story. He used to be at Bruges, club obviously well known, where he was second goalkeeper behind Mignolet. Mignolet, who is always also, a keeper that is well known in England, which of course made it difficult for him. I mean, if you're uh, warming the bench after Mignolet, it's not easy for a young keeper. So he didn't get too many games there, some, but not many. And then they let him go on a free transfer. And that's where Royal Antwerp picked him up 2 years ago. He was still very young, he still is today. Um, and from there, he started to develop. I mean, today he's an absolutely different player or goalkeeper than he was 2 or 3 years ago. He's
Right.
become much more clever, much more established. He really has developed beyond any expectation. And the general feeling in Belgium, which has quite a long tradition of good goalkeepers, as you well know.
Yeah.
Um, um, the general feeling here today is that he will be the goalkeeper of the Belgian national team very soon.
Right.
Of
And that's it's a very
course,
competitive job, isn't it?
it is because as we know, we have Thibaut Courtois in goal. Um, so there's another form of competition there. But in the long run, most of us over here believe that Senne Lammens will ultimately become the Belgian national goalie. Um, and I think you're going to ask me about his qualities. Well, in my view, he has no weak points. He's a shot stopper. He has the record of penalties stopped in the Belgian league. Um, but also his main quality, in my view, my humble view, is that he's so concentrated. Um, he's operating, like I said, in the zone, so to speak. When he plays, he's in on another planet. He doesn't hear or doesn't see the outside world. He's so concentrated, which makes him, in my view, resistant to pressure, especially to the pressure which he will have at a top club as Manchester United. That's the main problem for all young players coming to United. That is the scrutiny
Yeah.
and the control and the scrutiny by the fans and by the media and by the press is so huge, and the expectations are so high, that if you're not strong, it gets to you. I think that's what happened with Onana. I feel for the boy. For Onana, I think he's a decent goalkeeper, but the pressure is such that he's lost. As you watch the last couple of games, Grimsby game and stuff, he's lost confidence. It's not in his hands or his feet; it's in the head. That's a problem you're not going to have with Senne Lammens.
Perfect. Brilliant. How is he at corners and set pieces and general command of his box? Is he a good presence?
He is. He definitely is. Like I said, he has no obvious weak points. I mean, every player has some good qualities and some minor points. On the whole, when you look at Lammens, he scores in every aspect of the keeper profession. He scores well, so he's commanding. Like I said, he's not very, he's young, but he makes his presence felt, and he's very much respected by his teammates and also by his opponents. Like I said, he's got a very good record. Um, for instance, in penalty shootouts, he's absolutely top notch. Recently he stopped 4 or 5 penalties. I think I'm not sure about the exact number, but I know he stopped quite a few. Not only because he's so good technically, because his presence, he's there. He fills the goal space, so to speak.
Amazing, fantastic. And in terms of off the pitch, what do you hear about him from obviously, I mean, you were at Antwerp for so long. I assume you're still in touch with certain people in those circles. Have they got good things to say about him as a character?
They do, but here too, he seems to be a guy. I don't know. Well, I must admit, I don't know him personally. So
Yeah.
no misunderstanding there. But from what I hear from people that do know him, he keeps very much to himself. He's
Okay.
he's uh, he's a very private person. No show, no showboating, no. He's very modest. He makes well, maybe not humble is not the word, but he's very modest, and he keeps away from the public eye. I'm sure it will be difficult for him to do so in at United for obvious reasons. But he keeps very much to himself. He doesn't hang out too much with his club. It's not that they're not pally with each other. They are, but he's like that. His personality, which is, I think, for a goalkeeper, is good. I think.
Yeah, I'm just making a mental checklist here. So you're saying to me that he's very calm on the field, very calm off the field, has good presence, and has huge potential.
Yes.
So I asked you for good news, and you're giving us good news. Thank you.
Well, it's my honest opinion that they will do well for United, but I hope you don't confront me with my statements in a couple in a couple of months. But I really I wouldn't say so if I was convinced. And I think everyone in Belgium is convinced that Senne Lammens will do well for United. I think it could be the ultimate solution to Manchester United's goalkeeping problem. The only thing I hope for is that he gets the chance, that he doesn't get booed off the pitch. First time everybody, even the best goalkeeper in the world, sometimes makes a mistake. I mean, anyone can make mistakes. So I hope he gets a decent chance, and the fans will give him some credit. And I think it's going to work out. And I must add that we in Belgium, but especially we in Antwerp, and we at Royal Antwerp, are very proud, obviously, that our goalkeeper is picked up by a world class club like Manchester United. It shines on us.
Um, so just finally then, Paul, assuming that Senna comes in as first choice and he's starting immediately, it's City away first after the international break, and then it's Chelsea at home. I mean, we're going to learn a lot quite quickly, aren't we, if he does start those games?
You will be learning a lot quickly. That's for sure. That's for sure, Abel. That's got to be the big test for a young lad. Be thrown to the wolves in a big game. At Chelsea, under, like I said, so much scrutiny. But I'm still convinced that he will pass the exam. He will pass the test. We'll see. You'll see. He'll do well. We have a lot of confidence in him, and I hope in a couple of months you will call me again to congratulate me on my statements.